What is going on, everybody? The Archa Cafe of the 11th of December. I want to introduce our special guest, the General from Pulse Unity. General?
Good morning.
I want to introduce our special guest, the General from Pulse Unity. Is there an echo? General?
Who is running the echo? I know.
You're pointing to yourself?
I'm guilty.
I have my own live stream.
When Caddy has his when Caddy has his battle station on, it's like 10 different monitors and 8 different speakers, and yeah, I don't know how many lighting systems he has his battle station ready with, but yeah.
I know. I
angle.
need to get back to actual content creation. That is something I've been so busy with other things right now. I have not even fathomed doing this here recently.
So yes, we have a special guest.
Okay, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
All right. So, I mean, I guess first we will have to go with your introduction, General, from your end. Like, first and foremost, like, what is your background? Like, how did you get into crypto, and what made you think of starting this project? In fact, that's the first question I have from my end.
Oh wow, throwing at the deep end. Okay, Pulse Unity. Well, Unity actually started as a project about 11 months ago. As a group of us, we were in a different project, coming from different aspects of crypto. Funnily enough, I'd been sort of dabbling and trading like a lot of people over many years. We sort of got different backgrounds, various minds in advertising and marketing, others in business. And we sort of decided that we wanted to sort of finally get to the point where we wanted to help other people. We were using crypto to make money. And I think that's my mic. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay. I was just getting the feedback there. I just didn't want it to affect everyone. And so we really thought, well, look, we're in this social media space, and we're in crypto, and we've got all these NFTs and these data points and ways of staking and making income. Why don't we put it all together? Create with a new project, especially, you've got the chance of fixing some of especially the communication mistakes that the bigger projects out there have got. And one of the biggest problems that I saw was, without mentioning massive names, they were holding an AMA last year, where they've got 1 million holders and only 300, 400 people turning up to an AMA. And you sort of think to yourself, well, why? And one of the biggest reasons is because you've got one small group, well, even if one company or one organization is all using Twitter, for instance, they're all off doing their own different things in completely different groups. Then you've got the other group using YouTube, the other group using Discord, the other group using all different types of social platforms. And you can't ever get that back. You can't suddenly go out and try and then re-communicate to 1 million users. And we decided, well, look, we know how to build social media platforms. We're experts at it. We know how to build mobile apps. We know how to run businesses. We know what crypto is. Why don't we just start this thing from scratch? And literally, we've got all of the devs that can do the mobile apps. We've got the devs that do the social media platforms. And that's where we started Unity. It was with a different name. But essentially, we thought, well, we'll come into Web 2 on the first instance, because it's easy and everyone understands it. It's easy to fix mistakes. But the most easy mistake to fix is that because it's a new project, you got the chance to keep the data points with your consumers, with your customers, so that when you've got AMAs coming up, you've got you've invited them to download your mobile app, your social media stream, your connection to YouTube, your link tree, your this, and all of that is from the beginning. And that way, as a project, we thought, well, especially for lots of these new projects starting up, that would be very, very important for them. And then that way, all of this time, effort, and energy, and sometimes blood, sweat, and tears that people put into these things, and we know what it's like ourselves, doesn't go to waste. That's technically what Unit is about. Pulse came about because we were looking for a chain that wasn't Polygon or wasn't somebody else's, but technically we could be free to test on. And everyone's heard of Richard Hart and Pulse Chain and the launch that's coming out soon, etc. And it's just perfect because it literally enables new projects like ourselves to go over. You can launch your projects on Ethereum. You could launch your BNB and do everything else you want. And then, but there you've got Richard Hart that's created this Pulse Chain, which is a free gasless network that's completely private, etc. That you can test all of this out on. And they've got lots of great communities and everything else. I wasn't here to beef up Pulse Chain, but I thought I'd give it a shout.
Let's see. Cypher, who's ready for the mission to Mars?
Oh, superb.
So yeah,
we're just launching.
Very soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any questions so far, guys?
So
I am actually running through certain stuff over here, so excuse me for a moment.
Well, I was going to say, what's got me really intrigued is when you're talking about a social media platform, and it is the social media platform itself is based off of Web3.
No, this is the beauty. We, as you know, the probably about 95% of the population on the planet don't know about crypto.
Yep.
And also 95% of the population don't know what Web3 is. Now, since our target audience isn't people that know anything about crypto, it's users, it's wallet holders. That should be the target market for every project out there. Then the first priority is to make sure that we've got a platform that works in Web 2.
Mm-hmm.
And basically can immediately link up to Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all of these platforms that everyone else is already using. The beauty of it is that we have built what we're building. The Web 2 stuff is, I should come back, the Web 2 stuff is easy. The Web 3 stuff is not that complicated either. So what we've built is like our marketplace, whereby we've actually testing how people can earn their reflections by getting back what they put in, working for themselves. And then have a Web3 platform that can take on the likes of Amazon and eBay and things like that. But that then integrates into the Web2 social media. The mobile app, again, has to be tested in the current world space. There's no point building something for the pool of 5% when your target market is the rest of the world. Because we've already seen that what happens in a financial crash in crypto, the same pool of money just dies. But if we were, and because we're not out there reaching the real mass audiences, and we're not really engaging in the big mass audiences, we're just engaging with ourselves.
Yep.
So this is really where the two combine. We are there developing in Web3. We're not recognized in Web3 yet because it's not launched. And I find it quite astonishing that you've got platforms like Facebook and YouTube and these guys are saying they're really building in Web3 when all they're doing is no different to what we're doing. They're taking tiny fractions of what they've really got, and then saying, hey, well, we're Web3, we're the future. The actual future is the mass population that needs very, very simple communication tools, and they need that in the digital world and our world, crypto world, to move forwards with.
Definitely. I agree with that 100% because, that's the need that what Guardian itself too has recognized. Our focus is, I don't know if you're aware of this, but when we launched Guardian, we got all of our feedback based off of user surveys. We reached out to the entire industry and wanted their feedback from the small percentage that utilizes the space every day. And the whole goal of that is to flip that around, take the tools that people use every day and make them appealing to that other 90% out there that doesn't understand the space.
Totally true. If we can't go out and speak to the masses, then really we're not getting the message of crypto across properly. If our priority, I always look at it as, when I was trying to explain this to my dad, God bless him, who was 85 years old, and we were sat down at the Christmas table, and I'm talking about, well, he thought the best technology in the world was Thomas Cook, who over here in the UK collapsed. That was sending money internationally. I then turn around and say, well, hey, there's this new debit card where you can do it through crypto. And we could actually mine the money, because we were into mining as well at the time, and doing Bitcoin mining and Ethereum mining and those things. And the minute I say free money to my dad, he's like, bang, what? Now he's interested. Then you say, hey, you can send this money I can send it over to my sister and she can spend it. Then he got really interested. And that was about the simplest way I could explain it to my dad. And if I could then explain it to him and say, well, we can do that, and we can create the social media platform that everyone else can communicate to do that with, and a mobile app to make it even super simpler for all of them to do it with. And we can actually make other people's lives even better by doing all of that. That everyone else that uses that can also make money. And I think we've done something. Even my dad could understand that. That literally, if we take, you've got your great Guardian platform, and there's other great platforms out there. If literally we're all working together on things like reflections and staking platforms and these great ways for introducing people into the crypto space, those are the people that we're then asking to go out and spread the word. Hey, every day we're hearing this. Go pump your bags, go introduce your family, go do this, go do that. So that's great. And let's build the social media platform and the apps and everything else to enable them to do it. So let's pay them back for doing it. And that's why we then made Unity a social project. Because instead of it being particularly owned by one individual, the way that we are structuring even the contracts is that absolutely everyone that owns one of the coins gets a share. So as I explained this to my guys earlier, or at the very beginning, if you could have imagined starting Facebook, like we're sat here in the room, 5 of us, And we just come up with this crazy idea in this cafe tonight. Right, I tell you what, we're going to take on Facebook. We're going to take on all of the big social media giants in the world. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to actually give absolutely every single user a share in the project. Every advertising bit of revenue, every bit of referral revenue, every bit of revenue coming into that project, everyone that owns a part of that project gets a share of it. I think just about everyone on this planet would have a steady income stream right now and be a lot more enthusiastic about getting involved with social media, getting involved with crypto, checking what's going on, and getting a lot more engaged with their conversations.
Could be true. That's an interesting incentive to offer people.
That's the mission to Mars and beyond.
Nice.
Also,
all right. So the
Just real
incentive
quick.
that we are speaking of is, yeah.
sorry, Mr. Osland, I just want to say I did drop the website link to Pulse Unity, so our listeners, they can follow along, check out as they're listening in about what the project's all about here. So
Oh, superb.
Yeah.
Did we switch the server on tonight? It really was just we were actually filming from Mars.
All right. So the incentive that we are actually speaking of, that incentive is still in the Pulse Unity token, right? Or is there any other incentive that you have in plan, or is it something which is just on the roadmap and probably we'll have to think of it later?
No, what happened is, of course, at the when we launched the network needed a token. Let's be. I wanted to clarify this as well as a point, because everyone sort of says, "Well, you're social media. Why are you now coming into our space, which is crypto?" Because at the end of the day, when you're building a platform, you have to have a currency that people can trade with it. If you've got Facebook, they're asking you to trade in pound sterling or dollars or whatever. That's centralized finance. We're decentralized finance. So our platform needed something that can cross those boundaries. And that's where we launched the PLSU token. And we then so that was basically level 1 contracts. And those contracts had, which is the other nice thing about Pulse Chain, they also do things a little bit differently when it comes to whitelisting, seed funding, and that sort of thing. They have these sacrifice rounds. And we made the promise to the original sacrifice wallet holders that they would get the first sort of bite of the cherry, so to speak, for helping us and trusting us and all of this. And those initial wallets are then locked into the contract. So the first round of contract is totally immutable and all of that. And those wallets then get a percentage of everything that goes on. We did a demonstration of the marketplace right now or the other day, and I accidentally brought a gold coin on there for 1.3 million PLSU, and then suddenly all of the other people that owned those wallets woke up in the morning and said, like, General, you should have seen our chat. Wow, 8,000 PLSU suddenly turned up in their wallets. It's like, where did that come from? Did you do the airdrops and did you do this or that? So no, that's just how the system works. Pulse Unity PLSU, it trades. It's on the PLSU USDC, which trades across any currency. You can use with Uniswap any currency on the planet. It trades with. We opened up a West-East pair, so that can trade with absolutely any centralized currency. The platform will work off Pulse Unity. That is our token. That's how the money coming in will come into PLSU. The money going out will come out via PLSU. And money coming in then that is spent on the platform is then shared by the PLSU wallet holders. The only difference between then And what we're doing now is that then, as I said, was an initial set of sacrifice wallets, which we have been using in round one. We're now building the main round, which is round sort of like the first or tier of contracts that surround the whole platform. That includes all of the staking platforms. It includes any new product launches that will be coming out for those platforms. It includes any new, the marketplace. At the moment, that's the full control of the marketplace is with us, with Pulse Unity. Version 2, the full control, there will be, of course, a Pulse Unity marketplace, but there will also be individual marketplaces for everybody, just the same as you've got on Amazon. And everybody will be able to set up their own marketplace, pay a small fee each month in PLSU, then pay a very small transaction fee to the rest of the whole of the community for all the buyers and sellers. And instead of that going to one person, Mr. Bezos, and his shareholders, it goes out to everyone in the Unity community. And so it's basically people powering social media instead of people properly powering social media, so to speak. And that way, even from, without giving the elevator pitch for the advertising as well, but there's billions come into social media advertising. It's the #1 business platform that's going to be on every marketer's budget for the next decade. Instead of that money going to a social media platform that doesn't really give a monkeys. I mean, we got switched off by Twitter this week. We spent nearly a year building up a great account, totally organic, only for, I can't particularly say it's Elon Musk's fault, but somebody came in and switched us off.
Yeah.
Now, literally, you guys know, everyone knows, the blood, sweat, and tears that go into, if you do this properly, the real blood, sweat, and tears that go into building these things. And literally, just to have all of that snapped away from you overnight is heartbreaking. Really, really heartbreaking. So we want Unity, the whole mission to Mars, to be for everyone, and that you are in control of what you're building. That everyone is incentivized to help you, because the more they help you, and the more that we help each other, of course, the bigger the platform grows, and the more money your business, you will get as an income.
Yeah. General, just a moment. There is a question from the community over here, from Stacy, specifically from Archangel. He says that I'm lost. What's the purpose of the thing? I mean, from what I can actually get as a gist from whatever you have spoken on the entire project. So Pulse Unity will be a social media platform similar to what we have Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms right now, but on a decentralized web blockchain. And people who are using Pulse Unity will be able to earn rewards irrespective of whether they hold any specific amount of tokens or so. So each and every person who is holding even a single Pulse Unity token will be entitled to get the rewards. And how these rewards would actually flow through to you is through the listings that would happen in the marketplaces by the people themselves, which again uses Pulse Unity. So basically what we are doing is probably distributing whatever Pulse Unity a particular person has bought from the open market with a pair of USDC that's currently trading right now, using it on the platform as a kind of a fee for any of the activities that they perform. And that particular Pulse Unity tokens will get distributed to all the others who are part of that activity probably. And that's a way that you can actually keep getting more and more Pulse Unity tokens, which you can again convert to any other currency that you wish to. And that would be a passive income stream. Is this understanding right from my end? I know it's a bit complex, but trying to put it
No,
as simple as possible.
it's very well put, Mr. Aslan. Thank you. I was about to say, well, I should take you on board to be our spokesperson. Yeah, it goes a little bit even more in depth than that. But in a nutshell, all PLSU wallets get reflections from all parts of the ecosystem. And the exciting thing is that you don't have to be involved in one particular part of the project to get the reflections from the other parts of the project. It's just physically you hold Pulse Unity PLSU, that's the currency of the platform. The contracts themselves, we all know how blockchain contracts work. Once they're written properly, you can send the reflections through the blockchain to any particular wallet you want. That wallet can also then distribute through a secondary contract to other wallets, and that's the spider's web of it.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, just to make it a little more simpler, what we know of reflections right now in all the projects that we have seen, especially after the meme coin mania. So what we have actually been saying is like, you just go ahead and purchase a certain amount of tokens, and whatever transactions that occur on the open market, a portion of that transaction, that amount of tokens will be sent across to your wallet as reflection. That's the way that reflection tokenomics have been built right now. But with Pulse, it's a totally different concept. So what ideally happens here is it's not the transaction amount of tokens that gets sent across to you, but also certain activity that happens in their platform itself, right? So
well, put it this way. Put it this way. PLSU is the 0% buy sell tax token. It's got a limited supply. Which means that, but it can then, of course, be broken down into any denomination. So you never run out of the actual token itself. And it just means that the value of the individual token goes up, and then gets broken down into more and more pieces as we get more and more users. That's PLSU explained simply. Then we've got for instance take the tokenomics of the NFTs is the easy one, because everyone's talking about NFTs these days. We launched 10,000 NFTs. You've got the ones that people put on a staking platform. They want to get certain amounts of rewards for that, and we've actually allowed people to buy their NFTs using PLSU to some extent. But we limited the amount of NFTs that could be brought that way. But now we have enough Pulse Unity PLSU come in to the staking contract that we can guarantee the staking rewards for X, Y, Z amount of time. Then we have the rest of the NFTs that will be launched that are minted, that go onto the actual open marketplace. Now, typically, the contract creator, the designer, they get paid for those NFTs, and they're happy. They got nice big wallets. Then you have a buy-sell tax, or a developer tax, or an artist tax that gets sent to another individual. And then the buyer or the seller is stuck with that for the rest of that NFT's life. And it sort of decentivizes some people to be passing these things on, except amongst friends. What we've decided to do is we are a co-op. I think people have got to really grasp this. The point of actually you are the owner of this social media network. You're the owner of this project. So even though you don't own NFTs, you own Pulse Unity. The project is running the NFTs, which is fine. But the project is a cooperative made up of everybody. And since you're a shareholder in the project, it means that when we sell the NFTs on the open market, we get that in ETH, which is obviously coming back onto the project, into the staking platform. Whatever profits the staking platform makes is then converted into PLSU and distributed back amongst the holders of PLSU.
Okay.
Every time the minting for the NFTs, that the buy tax, the sell taxes, that all goes back to the holders of Pulse Unity, and that just keeps going on forever and ever and ever.
Got it. I mean, it's kind of, it's not a single linear economy model that we have actually been seeing. It's like branched out to a lot of networks, and there is a lot of loops wherein you send it across in one way and another path takes and it forks away and then comes back to the same. So I don't know. It's a bit complex to understand right now. I totally get it. People might be getting a little confused, but yeah, I mean, probably we need to spend some more time.
Well,
but
think
yeah,
about it. Think about it like this: when you put your money in the bank and you put it into a savings account, usually you'll be offered several different levels. You'll have a normal standard deposit account. You don't actually know what that bank is doing with your money.
Correct.
They just say, look, give us your money. They then go and invest it in probably about 1,000 different funds, and then the profit or loss of those funds, because it always
you just
says,
collect the interest from your end. That's
you
it.
just collect.
So
You collect the interest, and you don't actually really do too big a deep dive on where all those funds are coming from. We're no different, but we're actually being a little bit more transparent about it. We're saying, well, right, you've opened the account with us. We're out there creating all of these different funds, different projects, working with different projects, and everyone's coming together to build this. And you, because you've got your PLSU with us, get a percentage. That's the sort of like the easiest way, I guess, of explaining it for people.
Got it. Yep. Caddy, you had something?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I actually forgot. That was a couple minutes ago. Well, no, what I was going to say is, the driving force of the platform, of the social media platform itself, that is a very amazing concept. It is a truly engaging and encouraging the users of the platform to continue to teach, expand, and grow it on themselves. That self-licking ice cream cone model is freaking awesome. I got to say that, for lack of a better term, that's what came out the quickest here. No, that is something that will constantly evolve and come back, and it encourages users to keep moving forward on their own. So,
I think it's important. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Quester have some questions out there to throw up?
Not particularly. I mean, you guys are really good at asking my questions.
Yeah, we just copied whatever you had written down in your paper. We actually just had a camera hack at your room and we saw what you ate for dinner and
did snuck over to my house somehow when I was like at work. Installed a little
Question. You actually sent them a paper and didn't send me one.
Oh, you do not want to look at that paper. It had a lot of stuff written on it. It took us Google's that magic lens scanning that it has to actually decrypt it and get those questions that we had to ask you today in the cafe. So I mean, he had done a lot of work in terms of having that kind of paper written. I don't know.
No, if you see the notes I have, like the notes I will make, they are all over the place. There's scribbled out words, there's scribbled out questions, and then like just it's a whole mess. So, I
mean, awesome.
That's why I now use the notepad on my phone. I just make bullet points. Yep. A lot cleaner and easier to go through.
Well, I think if anybody has any questions or needs clarification, Pulse Unity has a great website. So definitely check it out. The links are in the chat. And just if you want to know more, just take the time to go through it. There's a lot of information on their site.
Yes. And of course, you always know if you're looking for the technicals, definitely go take a look at the white paper. Generally said that you guys you had a big revamp of that. So probably definitely worth going to check out and to gain some fundamentals here.
What I'll say about the white paper is that we're about to have a big revamp of that. So there's a new one. There's the new one coming out very, very shortly. We sort of moved away from the how to say, we weren't even going to launch a token this year. This whole token, having to tokenize this was if you'd asked us back in January what we were doing, we were trying to do what just about everybody else is doing. We were trying to find someone else's project and see how that fits with us. Because we were building a social media platform. We were just investors that know a little bit about cryptocurrency, but we know how vouchers work and we know how economics work and that stuff. And then and it was back in July, I think. I was chatting to some of the community and saying, "Well, crikey, what are we going to do?" Basically, we got the fantastic platform, we got the mobile apps, we've got everything. I just want to throw this in the bin because it's not working. It's just great, but it's just not working. And he said, he said, I can't remember the exact words. He said, "Brother, you know what you need? You need to get over to Pulse Chain." Yeah, I'd love to do his accent, and he knows if he's listening, he knows exactly who he is. You need to get yourself over to Pulse Chain. You know why? They need a social media network as well, and they've got somewhere you can test. You can do this, you can do that, and you'll be able to launch a token. No problems. They've got this round and that round, and he speaks quite fast sometimes. And so we had a look at it, and we thought, well, all we've got to do is the solution was actually there. It is, of course, that a platform needs a currency. So we then decided to do the currency bit of it, and then things became so much clearer and so much easier, because then as we're developing, we're looking at the different parts of it and saying, well, yeah, the mobile app needs to communicate with that bit, needs to communicate with that bit of the contract, etc., etc., etc. And when people want to buy something or want to use something or use an app, instead of having to then go and download it from that place, or you know what it's like. Suddenly you're trying to. We're here on this StreamYard. I think another one I was using was Vimeo, and you've got all sorts of different platforms out there. It would just be great if you could pay them all in the same currency and they all connected together at one point. So that's another exciting thing, guys, that we're going to be adding to the white paper. We just found out a few weeks ago that we've now got video conferencing on the site. So we're also going to be the first Web3 platform once you get the new versions of the mobile apps and stuff coming out next year. You'll be able to physically do video conferencing from the social media site via the platform. It's totally free of charge, other than, of course, there will be eventually some sort of subscription fee in PLSU, or we will be charging advertisers, whichever's going to be the easiest for everyone to make money. But whatever they do, they will have to end up interacting with Pulse Unity. So
very cool.
Awesome.
That is. Yeah, I was saying when you were speaking earlier, the general in regards about how, with your Twitter account, we all understand social media. Miss Brett, especially myself, I have my own tiff with Twitter right now. A year ago, I started a content creation channel a year and a half ago, 18, 20 months. And I spent all that hard work on building up my account. And what actually happened with me is I didn't get banned completely, but my advertising has been banned indefinitely because the way they model this stuff, it's ridiculous, and the control that they try to put over it.
Well, it's simple. They're building. I'm just making sure I'm not just going through making sure I'm not going through any NDAs that I may have signed over the last 20 years. But technically, they're building everything based on algorithms, and to maximize the amount of data that they can collect on you in order to then create the maximum amount of revenue they can make from the advertising platforms. Let's just be honest about that. That's how all of their influencers get played. It's basically how every part of their platforms work. We're stripping it back to basics. We are stripping out a lot of the algorithms. The only algorithm is volume that comes in and out. Of course, users, you sort of have the same level of privacy that you would get in any platform. You can tick all of the boxes and do all of that. But the main thing that people will only find out what you want them to find out about you. We believe that advertisers will come, for instance, to this platform because of just purely by numbers. But what we don't want is that you spend the next year of your life or the next 2 years of your life, and that we, as the owners or sort of like the community of the project, have the right to then just switch you off.
Yeah.
That is wrong. The moderation's necessary. Obviously, we all know the reasons for that. Privacy. There's certain things that are in there to protect different parts of society and stuff like that. That's absolutely correct. What's not correct is that there's just one that is owned specifically by one corporation or a group of small corporations or groups of big corporations. It should be owned by the people, and it should be you that decides whether you want to switch it off or not.
Yeah, it's nice to get it back to the roots there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's go back to the basics. Let's help people understand it and make it super simple for them to use. Mm-hmm. Because as I keep saying, you can't take your kitchen sinks and Mars with you.
Correct. Oh, yeah. All right. We are at that 45-minute mark right now. I mean, I guess we had to actually do this a little earlier. However, I'll bring this topic up. Miss B, do we have some giveaways tonight?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We've been having a lot of conversation, which is great.
Yeah.
See, this reminds me of the old cafe days where 2-3 hours, felt like 10 minutes and 3 hours had gone past.
We're not doing 3-hour cafe tonight.
No. I think the longest cafe I think we have had was around 3.5 hours roughly.
3:30. Yep, I think it was 3:30.
Yep.
That was an anomaly. It was
I forgot which cafe it was, but I do remember it was an extremely long one.
Yeah.
Let me actually go check.
All right. Over to you, Miss B, on the giveaway front.
Sure. So we have giveaways from Pulse Unity, and we have one from Archa. General, do you want to talk about yours first?
Am I going to be usurped? No, you go first. I don't want to usurp you. I want to make ours better than yours.
No, it's fine. So normally what we do is we do a hashtag giveaway or hashtag drawing. So we have the viewers type in a specific hashtag, and once they do, we give them a certain amount of time. Once they do, we throw it in the winner picker. And so tonight we're going to give away from the Archangel side, it's going to be 10, make sure I get this right, 10 trillion Arca tokens.
Jeez.
10 trillion Archangel tokens.
Well, that's a lot.
It's a biggie.
That is. Okay, so first one, what do we want the hashtag to be there? Let me get this set up.
We are doing the same hashtag, right?
It can be different for ours and for theirs. Well,
What?
yes, it's true.
Yeah.
I got a suggestion for the second one. Does that help?
All right, so hashtag what? What should we do? Hashtag
like it,
collaboration,
Cypher.
hashtag.
Hold on. We're going to go with ciphers down there.
Oh, I like that. Community.
All right, let me see.
Let's
It's
go.
been so long since I've done this. There we go.
Yep, community is the theme of topics tonight.
You know, this is the other thing. It's not even just you guys. It's the comments too. And mine was close to community. It was unity.
There you go.
that was my second suggestion.
Well, a community has unity in it. So
There we go. Yeah.
There you go. All right, hashtag
That it
community.
does.
Let's get those in.
awesome.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, is that over to me?
Let's see. Let's how long do you want to run this for? The 30 seconds?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
let's
guess.
just give it a few more seconds here. We got still a few people. Oh, we're almost there. Dun, dun, dun. We got 9 entries and 11 viewing right at this moment. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I think you can
All right.
scratch 1 or 2 out of it because I have a live stream running and Quester would ideally have a live stream running from his end as well. So,
All right. You guys ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. My drum fingers are not working tonight. Dun, dun, dun. Anthony C.
whoa, nice.
Very
Congratulations.
Yes.
Wait,
Congratulations.
Is he
Anthony.
from the Pulse Unity group? I mean, if Anthony, you're
I really don't know.
yeah, just type in from which group, which community you are from. I mean, it would be nice to hear if you have won it from the Pulse Unity community, since you would be exposed to what Arca is actually doing from their end in the crypto space.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, because you guys obviously have that really neat piece of software right there. We were doing a spin the wheel in our Telegram. Well, been running that for the last couple of days, and it's sort of me juggling between 2 screens. So it's really cool that you've got that. We'll do one right now. And I'd like to run one as well, which you can then announce even if I'm not here in next Sunday's cafe, and just let us know through Quester or well, we're always in DM anyway, who the winner is. So ours is very much mission to Mars. So let's say you can run for the next 30 seconds or whatever. Whoever types in hashtag M2M or mission to Mars, then put them all in and they can get one of our whitelist NFTs, and I will send them 500 PLSU direct to a wallet if they just DM it to us.
Awesome.
So that's the immediate one, and then whoever does the same, basically follows Quester and basically follows this video and shares it to 5 friends during the week, then that we will put them all into the hat next Sunday and come back and get the same.
Awesome.
I think that's super cool. So we'll do one right now, which you can DM us, and we'll put you on the whitelist, but also get you that 500 PLSU, and then whoever shares this out with the hashtag M2M and follows Questa during the week, we'll put you all in the hat and do it again for next Sunday for you.
Awesome.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just saw BCB's comment, which we will discuss after this giveaway is done.
Alrighty, guys. We have everybody is in. Are we ready to hit it?
Yep, let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you. I can't do that tonight. Kira.
Kira,
Yay.
wow.
Now
Congrats,
I do
Kira.
not want Caddy saying the same dialogue as what BCB has mentioned in the chat right now.
No. See, he can't.
What is
right?
hers?
Because it's
Yeah, he
Kira's.
definitely
it's not
cannot.
Caddy's.
Yeah, I was going to say yes. Yeah, that will be. Well, congratulations to the significant others in the rooms tonight.
Nice switch.
Yeah, I'll say it wasn't me. That would be Miss B. Wow, my God.
Here, let's put the right one up there. There
Yes,
you
I was
go.
looking down. Thank you.
Yeah, nice job.
Great,
Well done.
great.
I think that's the first time she's actually
Congratulations.
won anything yet.
I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yes.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, so we'll get those details over to you. I will have to help her out with that. I'll tell you, she is one that is experiencing, learning, and getting familiar with the space as we go here. So
Yeah.
Cool.
And Kira, if you actually need help, contact me, Miss B or Quester. Do not contact Caddy because he might share his own wallet address.
No.
Or he will steal your seed phrase, you know?
Quest has been working on some good educational videos as well, and we're doing some ones on Ledger and all MetaMask and all sorts of stuff. So
nice. And
Very
General,
nice.
I kind of want to mention this in Aslan Quester. You know, what was it that brought this original trio together? It was crypto education.
Crypto education, yes.
Yes. I used to do crypto education. Aslan does, Quester does, and that's what really got us just lit and fired up within the space and wanted to bring the cafe to life. That's
Absolutely.
really where it was all founded.
And here we
Right.
are, over a year later.
let's go.
But yeah, I mean, if Anthony is still hearing this cafe right now, please do not share your precious 10 trillion Archangel tokens with PCB.
Yeah. That's a heck of a one right there.
And he knows to send me the wallet address. So I'll take care of it.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Very good, guys.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yes. So we got jumped right into
Yeah.
Unity there. Did we have any updates that we needed to touch base on with Arca?
I was just coming to the same thing, Caddy. So
Oh,
Go ahead, Mr. Osland.
okay, two major updates that I want to actually share on the Archangel ecosystem. In fact, the first one being the 500 billion Guardian tokens have been sent across as staking pool rewards. They will be distributed pretty soon. You might be seeing a surge in the amount of Guardian tokens you would see in the staking pool. Caddy, is it already done? I don't know. I mean, you must say.
No, staking is, I believe, ends on Tuesday. I just want to double check.
No.
and
On
days.
no, it's ending on Tuesday. I was meaning to say on the 500 billion tokens distribution. I mean, it's sent across to the staking pool. The 500
Yes.
billion has been sent across. So the distribution might happen in a day or two. So probably you would see that increase in the amount of tokens that you have earned in your staking pool in the pool info. But the staking pool itself would open up in the next 2 days' time. So just ensure that you go ahead to the staking pool website and check the counter over there for the opening of the staking pool. And it's a bit different this time. Unlike the last time when we had the harvest and unstake both enabled at the same time, which resulted in certain errors in terms of people not getting the right amount of tokens while they're
Right.
withdrawing. So this time it will be a little different. What would happen now is there would be a harvest period alone, and that would ensure that would give you an opportunity to harvest your rewards or probably just take out only your rewards. Your tokens which are staked will still remain staked over there in the platform. After the harvest period is done, there will be another period which will open up where you can ideally stake more tokens if you want to go ahead and improvise your bag size. Else, if you want to unstake it, that is the time that you will have to unstake. So whenever the staking pool ends and the harvest period starts, please note that the unstake button will kind of be disabled, so you'll not be able to unstake your tokens. You There will be a separate period after the harvest is done, that's only reaping your rewards, that you will be able to unstake your tokens. Hope it's clear, but more instructions will definitely follow. Please do follow the socials and be a little active, I would say, in the for the next couple of days, if people are seeing this and they're just jumping in once in a while, because a lot of people did do this mistake of, probably they might have an option of removing their rewards, or staking more, or even unstaking their tokens for whatever reason might be, but they miss out the window. It's missed out. But yeah, I believe it would be the same 5 to 7 days period that you will have. It's a good time frame for anyone and everyone to just get on. But yeah, this is the update that I have on the staking pool. Just watch out for the days, or the dates that would be announced in the later days, on when you can harvest and when you can stake. And you do not need to unstake your tokens if you want to stake more tokens into the staking pool. Like, for example, you already have 5 trillion tokens and you want to actually stake another 10 trillion tokens, you can just stake the additional 10 trillion tokens. No need to unstake and stake back again. So that's how the contract is built. So I mean, these are the updates that I wanted to share on the Archangel platform. And anything I missed on the Guardian side, Miss B, Caddy?
Yeah, Joe was saying there, the tokens, we sent those over Friday or Saturday. So yeah, you're right. Those will be distributed and added to the staking pool. What you got, Miss B?
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say. So I think we've covered it.
I'll shut up. I'm tired of taking words out of everybody's mouth tonight. So with that too, I think since last week we did get the ETH gas fee up and gas price up and going on the platform. So it's live. We'll post updates on the harvest period 7 to 10 days, and then open season for cycle 4, 7 to 10 days.
Awesome.
Cool.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. I don't think I can give anything more out on Guardian right now. There's a lot I want to talk about, but I just
we're working on this much stuff. We can only tell you this much stuff.
This much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know the thing, when I'm quiet in the chats, that's when everybody needs to be worried that something is not worried, but that something is happening in the back end.
Yes.
And that goes for all of us, that you get going on this stuff, but that's the thing, constant release. And that's what we're doing right now. So refining and enhancing and keep rolling with it.
Can we say, wait till you guys see what we got coming up? Can we say that?
Oh, yeah.
wait, let me get the cinematic experience ready. Wait, I'll just search for the right sounds for the background one.
Well, I'm sure General understands that whole concept. When you think, we're going to get over this hump, then we're going to have a little breather. No, you get over one hump, and the next thing is there is no breather. It's just right back up, and here you go again. But and it's awesome what you guys are doing, especially during the times with the market and being able to still make viable utility and the project viable during these times.
I think it is.
Right.
Yeah, getting through these, we've seen the harshest crypto winter, and a lot of people are their first experience with it. And, I think a lot of projects, and including, it sounds like Unity, Pulse Unity is on the same page as, with Guardian and with Arca overall. It's collaboration versus competition anymore.
Absolutely.
And, 2021, that was the year of hype, year of meme, year of emotional trading. And I think that after that last bull run we had, that put a lot of those emotions in check. And I think people are getting a lot more down to the fundamentals. They're looking at fundamental analysis more than price analysis, and they're looking for the authentic communication. Twitter, YouTube, everything out there, it's saturated. And to be able to give that platform with a scope into our industry, just like Unity is doing with the social media aspect and the aspects that we're peeling through with Guardian and the components that are coming up. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna end up slipping if I keep going.
I was just waiting for that.
I know.
I know. That's all right.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think
you know what?
to cover. So,
Caddy, what's going on with Guardian platform?
Everything. You know that. The biggest thing right now is, we are looking, for that social awareness. We want projects, we want end users to understand what Guardian is and what benefits it can bring to the user, to a project overall. The marketers hub that's out there, the fundamental analysis with stage 5 to be able to get all that insight. The project announcement board, so that way you're not getting, drowned out there in a Twitter feed or in YouTube videos. Brainstem, that is something that is still coming, once we get peeled through the legal side. It's what it's going to take for the space to move forward. And I love hearing other projects that have that same mindset. I think these are the ones that are going to be here 1, 2, 5, 10 years down the road.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, when you spoke of general in terms of collaborations and bringing people together, that's one thing that should definitely happen in crypto, in my opinion, because once you move into the decentralized section, there is no dog eat dog world out there. All right, so it's all about either you hold hands together and join into the single movement that we call as decentralization, or you just form those small pockets of people around, or small projects which are just forming their own alliances or own unities, which ideally would exist in the back end, but it's not true decentralization. It is still a centralized network, if you ask my personal opinion, right? So when you want to truly say it's a completely decentralized system, it needs to be having that particular flexibility in terms of collaboration. So I mean, like they say, competition will definitely exist, but collaboration is what will definitely achieve, get you success in the decentralized space. That's something that I have personally experienced also in many of the other projects which I have been in the past few years as well. So yeah, rightfully said. I mean, I'm sure that you're doing a wonderful job on the social media platform, and probably that might be a game changer as well in the coming days. Let's see.
Most definitely there. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get something here together real quick.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I think that's everything that we had on the Guardian side as of right now.
Yep.
General, we definitely appreciate coming on, spending
Thank
some
you.
time with us, and getting the brand awareness out there, and letting people know what you guys have happening.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We know it's early morning hours for you, so we appreciate you coming on.
It is. I was waiting for a great time to jump in. I mean, look, thank you guys for having us on. It's always nice to get invited on to shows, and I know that you guys are also based over in the. I don't know if you're all in the US or where you're all based, but we're here in the UK. It's snowing. Even Amazon couldn't get a delivery through. Unity will try. Now, again, thank you guys for having us on board and or having us on the program. Thanks for giving us the chance to explain Unity and Mission to Mars to your audience. And we, of course, always welcome anyone into the chat. Look forward to seeing how many followers have come on board during the week and share that hashtag, and let's get on that mission to Mars.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. So with that, from the General, I'll see you all on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We'll get that DM over to you.
Take care. Take care.
Have a good week. Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye.